you've done some really fun action movies in the past, and obviously you helped kickstart female-led action blockbusters with the Tomb Raider movie. But this has a raunchiness factor to it that's really funny and adds to the experience. How was it finding the right tone for Brad Hart?
Well, the tone is partly comes from me, but it also comes from who the lead actor is. So Rebel, has her own style of comedy and her own personality. So some of that raunchiness comes from her, and I sort of whoever I work with, I find out their style and I learn it, and I try to get the best out of them. So I'm basically making them feel comfortable in this world, and so that they can bring their huge talent of whatever they do, whether it's action or drama or comedy, they can do their best work. And so Rebel, has this type of personality, and so I think a lot of that comes out in the style of film, and it's kind of a raunchy, irreverent, edgy, tough girl kind of vibe. She's a funny Australian tough girl, and that comes across in the movie, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And when you see Rebel, you don't quite think action star, but the film really uses that, to its advantage. But she is fully capable. She's kicking ass. How is it making sure she was a badass, but also playing into that initial shock factor because, we haven't seen her do something like this before.
Well, no, I mean, this is what is exciting about something like this is giving the audience something they haven't seen with Rebel. And, it's fun for her. It's fun for me to shoot and to give the audience something fresh. And, obviously she does fight training and all those things. So I've seen her fight and before we get on set. And, but there's a certain personality that comes into it's like a dance choreography, really. And so, even though we've worked out the fights very carefully, Rebel's personality will come out, and she is sort of a wild, crazy, out of control fighter. She's not the super precision martial artist type. Although, funnily enough, she is trained in nunchucks, which she told me. So I thought, well, we've got to use that. So, but we can't just use nunchucks. We have to make it fit the wedding theme. And so that's when we came up with the idea of the hair tongs that she can use as nunchucks. And then you kind of use those, what jokes can we get out of that? Burning and then just, she comes up with funny ad libs to go with that. And it just develops out of her personality, really. So the action is just like the comedy scenes, that they really are based on Rebel's personality and how she fights, how she does action, and how her sense of humor comes out in those action sequences.
That's an incredible story about the nunchuck training. That's what a skill to have. My last question for you. The first film you directed was Con Air, incredible movie. And I believe that's like the best out of the Die Hard inspired action films we saw that whole wave of. And obviously, Brightheart from the title is an homage to Die Hard. How was it revisiting that formula after 30 years and putting another fresh spin on it?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, that's what kind of attracted to me in the past because, it's two of my favorite films, Bridesmaids and Die Hard. They're both absolute classics, and I've watched both of them. I probably watched Bridesmaids way more than Die Hard actually because it's so funny. So that was it was just I thought it would be fun to do, and every now and again you want to do a film that's fun to make, not just to watch. And I think I wanted a theatrical film that was going to work on a big screen. And there's so many films that go straight to streaming and small screens that are brilliantly made, but it's rare to get a film that is really designed for the big screen where you have to be in a room with 500 people and all laugh at the same time and really switch off your credibility meter and go, this is just crazy and I want to have a good time and forget about everything. And that's what I thought this film would be.